Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ozcast.
Welcome back to Just Podding Around. I'm your host, Royce Williams, and today we're stepping inside one of WWE's most unforgiving structures, the Elimination Chamber. Over the years, this match has created legends, produced all-time great moments, and tested the endurance of WWE's top superstars. But today, we're not talking about the best winners, we're talking about the worst. That's right, whether it was bad booking, forgettable reigns, or wasted momentum, some of the Chamber winners left us shaking our heads. So let's break down the top 10 worst Elimination Chamber winners in WWE history. Kicking off our list is Bobby Lashley in the 2006 Elimination Chamber, and this one was rough. WWE had recently rebooted the ECW, and to make things extreme, they introduced the Extreme Elimination Chamber, where weapons were locked inside the pods. On paper, that sounds awesome. He had hardcore specialists like CM Punk, Test, Sabu, and RVD in the match. But who won? Bobby Lashley. Now, don't get me wrong, Lashley is a beast. But at the time, he did not fit ECW's identity. This was WWE's version of ECW, watered down and far from its original hardcore roots. Lashley's win felt forced, and his reign didn't do much to legitimize ECW. Instead of elevating the brand, it just showed how disconnected it was from what ECW used to be. At number 9, we have John Cena in the 2010 Chamber match. John Cena winning the Chamber in 2010 wasn't necessarily a bad choice. He was WWE's top guy, and what happened after made it one of the worst wins ever. Cena had just fought through Sheamus, Triple H, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase in a brutal Chamber match. He came out victorious, but before he could even celebrate, Vince McMahon walked out and announced that Cena had to immediately defend the title against Batista. And what happened? Batista destroyed him in seconds and took the title. This wasn't about making Cena look strong. It was just a way to set up Cena versus Batista at WrestleMania 26. And in doing so, WWE made the entire Chamber match feel pointless. What was the point of fighting through hell inside the Chamber if the title could be stolen in seconds? The Miz winning in 2012 was, well, just forgettable. Let's be honest, Miz's WWE title reign in 2011 wasn't the strongest, and by 2012, his momentum had already fizzled out. This Chamber win didn't do much for his career. He didn't have a standout performance, and the victory led to nothing significant. In the long run, if anything, it felt like a filler match rather than a moment that boosted Miz's credibility. Now, this one was just a disaster waiting to happen. Jack Swagger had been off WWE TV for months. Then out of nowhere, he returned with a new gimmick, the Real American, managed by Zeb Coulter. WWE decided to push him hard and give him a surprise Chamber win to earn a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 29. But here's the problem. Nobody cared. Swagger was never a main event guy, and the fans didn't buy into him as a serious threat. And then, to make matters worse, he got arrested for DUI right after his win. WWE kept the match on at WrestleMania, but the build was a mess, and Swagger's momentum was completely gone before he stepped in the ring. By 2017, WWE was trying to build Baron Corbin as a legit heel, but it just wasn't clicking. When he won the chamber, it felt off. Unlike past chamber winners who had momentum behind them, Corbin wasn't truly ready for that main event push. And to make it worse, his title chase didn't go anywhere. The booking after his win was weak, and he quickly faded back down the card. If WWE had built him properly, maybe his win would have meant something instead of it felt forced. Now, hear me out. Daniel Bryan is awesome, but this match should have been Kofi Kingston's moment. This chamber match was the start of Kofi Mania, and the fans were 100% behind him. Kofi came so close to winning, but WWE decided to delay his big moment until WrestleMania 35. Was it the right call? Maybe, but had Kofi won here, it would have been one of the greatest chamber moments ever. Instead, this win for Bryan felt like WWE playing it safe instead of giving the fans what they really wanted. Shayna Baszler's dominance in this match was unreal. She eliminated every single competitor by herself, which should have made her a monster heading into WrestleMania 36. But what happened next? She lost to Becky Lynch. WWE built Shayna up to look unstoppable, only to knock her down immediately. It was a waste of a dominant performance, and after that loss, she'd never recovered her momentum. Deja vu, anyone? Drew won the chamber in 2021, only to get immediately destroyed by Bobby Lashley, allowing The Miz to cash in Money in the Bank. Sound familiar? Yep, it was John Cena 2010 all over again. Drew was an incredible champion, and WWE should have found a better way to transition the title rather than making him look weak. Liv Morgan's underdog story was great, but her chamber win didn't lead to anything huge. Her match at WrestleMania 39 wasn't a standout, and she quickly faded from the title picture. Instead of launching her to new heights, it felt like WWE was just giving her a temporary push. Bray Wyatt winning his first WWE Championship should have been legendary, but WWE botched it. He lost his title weeks later in a terrible match against Randy Orton, featuring projected maggots on the ring. What should have been an all-time great reign became one of the most disappointing ever. And that's it, the worst Elimination Chamber winners ever. Do you agree? Let me know. Thanks for listening to Just Podding Around. Subscribe for more deep dives into wrestling history. Catch you next time.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.